I'm sure this league is about to involve a lot of, I have no idea what to sideboard out. So I've played a pretty significant amount of Dredge in the past. Like, I don't know, probably close to 3 digits worth of matches on Magic Online. I almost played this deck in a Mox tournament at one point before Creeping Chill. And basically, from me looking at a variety of Creeping Chill lists, this is my first time actually playing with Creeping Chill, but from looking at a variety of Creeping Chill lists, it looks like most of these decks have basically cut the cards you would normally sideboard out in order to play Creeping Chill. So basically, I'm not really sure how we sideboard, because Dredge is an engine deck that requires very specific pieces to function. You need a dredger and a way to get that dredger in the bin, and ideally a way to accelerate it. And this deck is trimmed like those extra dredgers and like extra pieces to fit in these 4 copies of Creeping Chill, which were normally the cards that you were trimming. First cards to go are Shriekhorn and Darkblast, sure. And the third Conflagrate can board out sometimes too. Shriekhorn being the go-to cut makes a lot of sense though. So that'll probably be my go-to for most of this. You can find the deck list in the deck queue, Billy Boy. It's just going to be a list from our website, though. So this just like sideboard guide for it. So the problem with this, Jekyll Girl, is the first one is this is just like automatically wrong. Similar strategy to before. That's just not true. Because the strategies that you implemented previously when playing Dredge just no longer work because all the extra cards are gone. The next arena stream is this evening. So if you look at my schedule, I have not only the days that I stream there, but also what formats I'm playing on which days. Listed on my website. So Thursdays, I normally take the day off, and then Wednesdays I do a double. So I stream Modern here on Magic Online in the mornings, and then this evening, after my kids go to sleep, I pop back on and do 5 or 6 hours of Standard. All right. Our start here is pretty good, but we're on the draw, so it might not be good enough. We'd prefer if we had like a Stinkweed Imp. Do we brick on a third Dredger? Man, that's incredibly unlucky. I guess I drew a green source, which I needed, though. I'm going to be a turn behind at bringing back these amalgams, though. If I would have hit a Narcomoeba this turn, we'd have been pretty well off. Yeah, Arena's great. Standard's a lot of fun. Standard is the best Magic format I've played in a very long time. Probably ever, honestly. So that was a misclick, so we got a free point of health from that. Down to 7. Wow, what a feel bad. So I assume I'm dead here, but we're going to go ahead and kill these Monastery Swift Spears with Conflag. They have 3 cards in hand and missed a land drop here, so pretty good chance we just die. Whoa, we didn't die. All right, we need to dredge into a Creeping Chill, chat. Man, that's unlucky. All right, now we're dead. That is really unfortunate. We literally don't have sideboard cards for this matchup. I guess I bring in these and some of these to deal with Rest in Peace out of the board. And just like that. You think so, Brad? Just like try and get lucky on hitting dredgers? I really don't like Shriekhorn. We tried the Shriekhorn builds before Creeping Chill, and like I really just prefer Insolent Neonate. But like this build of Dredge is so greedy now that like you have to play the Shriekhorns because otherwise so what I'm searching for. If you're not playing the Shriekhorns, you don't I'm actually gonna pass on one here, I think. They usually have a 1-drop creature. This is a little bit potentially greedy, but we got paid off, so I'll take it. I actually need a second land, though, too, right? Is there a Dakmor Salvage in this deck? There's only one Dakmor Salvage in this deck. Alright, I think I have to take draw steps here. You need 2 lands, one of them being green producing, so that way you can start loaming back lands, basically. You need another land, because this isn't... There's a lot of people, I feel like, who, like, hear Dredge plays out of its graveyard, so, like, it doesn't cast... They think that means it doesn't cast spells. Dredge in Modern actually casts a lot of spells. You need mana to play Magic with this deck. You need to be casting Life from the Loams, and casting Faithless Lootings, and casting Conflagrates. This isn't Legacy Dredge. Onward, upward, backward, forward. Okay, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to keep hands like this with this deck. Today might be a fast day. Yeah, if we burn through a bunch of decks out of the queue today, that's a win for me. We set tickets on fire, but like, you know, the tickets have technically been paid for by people that put the decks in the queue. It's the same person I just played. No, different burn player. Put a stop on my upkeep here, so that way we can activate this again before I draw. Alright, I didn't find a Dredger, but I got a free Lightning Helix, so I guess I'll take it. Our hand's very good. Perfect. Let's do busted Dredge things, chat. Oh, look at that. I found another Creeping Shell. What do you think? Was this a good turn 2? Turn 2, double Helix, put 5 power into play? Seemed okay. Felt like it was maybe above average. Why are we still playing Magic, opponent? To what end are we still playing Magic? Oh no, you Searing Blaze my Prized Amalgam. How will I ever win the game now? Guess I'll have to figure something out. And this is, you know, the game didn't end on turn 2, but my opponent could no longer win the game on turn 2. So it's just like one of those things. Let's pop my hand out here, shall we? Oh, look, another Creeping Chill. Nice burn deck. Why do your Lightning Helixes cost you mana, opponent? That seems inefficient. A board like we boarded before. Am I supposed to trim my Conflag in this matchup for another trophy? I feel like I am. Conflag's like okay for finishing the game, but like it's not critical for killing other things in the midway. This hand just like basically doesn't do anything. Easy mulligan. I think this is acceptable for a post-board hand. I could technically put things in my bin, but I'm not bottom looking for something that actually like has a discard spell. Also bottoming in case we get a land on top for Goblin Guide is worthwhile. Faithless Looting on top. That's exactly what I wanted for Christmas, chat. That's exactly what I wanted for Christmas. I think the addition of Creeping Chill has changed this matchup to favor Dredge more heavily. Yeah, definitely. I think this matchup was favored for Dredge before Creeping Chill, and post Creeping Chill, it's a strong favorite. It doesn't mean it's unlosable, obviously. Like we actually just lost this matchup in the first match, but I think we are ahead by a pretty significant margin. On top of my deck here, oh, there's a Creeping Chill on top of my deck. Wouldn't it be? It'd be a damn shame if that were just like end up in my graveyard somehow. Pretty lucky. You know what? Maybe I'm supposed to, because I have both of these. Yeah, that was wrong. I should have probably played the Gemstone Mine and Abrupt Decayed one of these. Frightening Helix. That is an A+ nickname for Creeping Chill. The flip side is, I don't know that that's 100% correct, because if I play the Gemstone Mine last turn, I'd have to shock in a land in order to be able to Faithless Looting this next turn, so it's kind of a wash. I get the Goblin Guide off the table, but it's a wash on damage. Savage Rocker, halfway to my sword. I'll submit a deck for review tonight. Thanks for making enjoyable content. Thanks for making enough enjoyable content I can be picky what I watch. Thanks for the 6 months of support, Savage. Welcome back. All right, so let's get my loot on. Jeepers creepers. He only got one friend coming with him. This Narcomoeba is probably going to regain 2 this turn. So they've got 3 cards. We're going to 7. 2 cards going to 7. We could die this turn, but we're not super likely. They have a Searing Blaze here. We're likely dead. Oh, Narky Boy on top. Conflagrate. Are they dead? Are they dead? I could try and kill them here. I can Conflagrate them for 6, play a land, attack with Prized Amalgam Bloodghast. Is that too aggressive? It's pretty bad against Lightning Helix. I can be slightly more conservative and go discard 5, deal 2/2/1, and then get back Bloodghast with haste and 2-turn clock them. Now, Cast Imp is bad, I think, Brad. I think I want to go 2/2/1 and discard everything but my Creeping Chill and my land. And I just like, 'cause like they haven't killed me this turn, and like I get to leave a blocker back. No, the problem with casting Chill this turn, chat, is they could have 6 damage in their hand right now. And if they have 6 damage in their hand, we die if we shock this land in. I think I go 2/1/1 and then hit them for 5, leaving the Narcomoeba back. Yeah, sweet. So being aggressive and trying to kill them here was bad. We could still die next turn. We could still lose the game next turn, but I think this line that I've taken gives me the best possible chance to win. Like, they have 1 card in hand, so like obviously if they have a 3 and a 3, we're dead. I think going for the kill is pretty unrealistic. Wow, that's gonna... The Helix there doesn't kill us, but it's gonna buy them probably 2 more draw steps. GGWP. I think I just clicked submit on the play. I'm just gonna click submit. This matchup was already good for Dredge. I think I'm supposed to keep this. I think I'm supposed to keep this. There's a deck list on your screen. Shriekhorn is in our main deck. Perfect. So, we don't have a Dredger here, obviously, but we get to go turn 2, 5 power, turn 3, flashback Faithless Looting. So, like, this is actually an example of a hand that's very good against, this hand's very good against Rest in Peace, because we're just going to very quickly put a bunch of power into play. Actually, now, because I drew that, I'm going to do this, discard this. And now I have 7 power in play on turn 2. It's like, good luck, Godspeed. Just nothing but completely reasonable things happening here. Oh no! Oh no! Chat, they cast Rest in Peace! Oh no! How can my unfair combo deck win the game anymore? Oh no! Oh no! Not Rest in Peace, opponent! Please stop! If they have enough ways to kill my creatures, we could be in trouble, but this is funny, right? Ooh, one more land till we can cast Creeping Chill. I think I just have to pass. Double Swift Spear makes us pump the brakes here, unfortunately. We have 2 trophies and a Decay in our deck right now that can kill the Rip. Yeah, I agree. I think we're in a lot of trouble. I think I'm supposed to smash here because otherwise they're gonna kill our things. Yeah, it actually wasn't just the Rip. The fact that they had Lightning Helix was a big deal. Because Helix jumped them up 3 points of health. So, like, if they were at 3 right now, they'd be very, very close to dead, right? Yeah, another Helix is very good. We're looking to draw. Honestly, Gemstone Mine's a great draw, right? Because it lets us cast Prized Amalgam. Draw a land. Come on. This Burn player's drawn like 5 lands total across these 2 games that they're winning. So, while I understand that this deck is incredibly powerful and very good and very consistent, these 2 matches that we've played so far kind of exemplify why I would never play this deck in a tournament. This is the style of deck where you're not in control over the results of your match. Your opponents get to pick whether or not they want to beat you, not whether or not you're going to win a match most of the time. And that's just how it goes. If you're going to play a deck like this, you need to understand that that's just like how it's going to work. Just comes with the territory. It's a feature of the deck. It's not a bug. Modern does have a lot of decks like this. The decks that lose to Stony Silence and Rest in Peace tend to be the decks where you don't choose whether or not you beat your opponent. Your opponent picks whether or not they beat you. Might be a 5 deck kind of day, chat. Shoot. They all go like this, might be a 6 deck kind of day. And that game, I really feel like, is a great example of why I'm not sure Creeping Chill actually made Dredge better. I think Dredge has always been good, and it's always been you beat people that have sideboard cards, you beat people that don't have sideboard cards, you lose to people that do. And I think that Creeping Chill, while it's cute, and it definitely made the deck more linear, I feel like it didn't actually change many of your matchups. We'll play Standard this evening. Wednesday during the day is all Modern. I have a giant queue of Modern decks that I plan to work through. Guess this is a Keepo Scry. I'm on the player the draw. I am on the draw. Bottom of land. I don't know. I like the idea of Trophy. Trophy's pretty flexible. I prefer the instant speed for Bloodghast. I think instant speed for Bloodghast is really valuable when playing against cards like Terminus and Anger of the Gods. That sequencing decisions you get to make with that are valuable. So, Hades was timed out there because they're spreading what is misinformation and lies. So we don't allow people to spread misinformation and lies on my channel. Dredge was not too good because of Grave Troll. In fact, Dredge was legal for a long, long time and not very good while Grave Troll is legal. The thing that pushed Dredge over the top, for those that don't actually know their history and just want to make up bullshit, was the printing of Cathartic Reunion and Prized Amalgam are the cards that put Dredge over the top. You're right, it had Grave Troll when it was pushed over the top, but if you go back and like look at the actual timelines, Grave Troll was legal for a long time before Dredge became busted and needed to be removed. And that's a big issue with just our society in general, is people parrot these stories that are just patently incorrect, objectively false, but then they say it to someone, and that someone says it to someone, and so on, and the perception of what's going on is often more important than the reality, which is just the sad truth of it, right? We're just dead, right? I'm just like never beating the Scavenging Ooze. I can't kill it next turn, Brad. I draw step, Darkblast it, they exile the Darkblast. It's not just, does nobody understand how Scavenging Ooze works? Does nobody understand how Scavenging Ooze works? Am I the only person who's ever dredged a magic card before? You can conflag and flash it back. They don't have priority. Yeah.